Hello everybody and welcome to not Das Nostalgia. Today I'm playing a Russian Windows game. So this is another Russian game playthrough, and today I have a very special guest joining me. Sir?
Yes, I'm a very special guest, Igor Artyomov.
Yay!
I'm here for the second time because I don't know, maybe I'm just very nice, very talkative.
You're very knowledgeable. Let's get to that. All right.
Oh yes,
So,
I admit it.
right now you see the amazing intro for this game. So the game is called GAG.
GAG.
Known in the West as GAG the Impotent Mystery. I never liked that title. But this is the English version, and that's the one that we're playing. I'm gonna put the subtitles on, so you can see all the jokes. The translation is actually really well done, and I will probably go on the record saying that this is my favorite Russian adventure game.
Indeed,
right?
mine too. Yeah.
And you know what? I would probably say that it's probably my favorite Russian game, period.
Not to mention, it was one of the first Russian adventure games.
It was one of the first Russian adventure games. Insanely high production quality. Like, look at this video, the intro video. I mean, this was on par with any Western game at the time. This is 1997. I mean, the quality of full motion video is amazing.
Yeah, it has everything: 3D, full motion,
Yes.
2D. A bit of 2D.
It's great. This I like this cutscene, the opening cutscene. A bit, it's a bit horror style.
It doesn't make any sense.
It makes no sense, and it looks like it's been actually replaced, because when you look at the non-interactive demo of this game, I posted the video prior. It's a GAG trailer. There's like a different part of the video where it's like all red, and on the sort of Aztec pyramid and the two brothers sort of lower down, like that's not actually in this game. So this might have been actually one of the last things that they did or something like that, although it still looks really good.
Yeah, it's very stylish.
Yes.
And here is our hero.
Yes, that's right.
And,
The developer of the game.
Yeah, the main
Alexander
developer.
Kopov.
Some people said that he doesn't look so
Gary Tusker.
like manly or just like a good actor.
Manly, look
But,
at that manly hair. That hair is amazing. It's luscious. The luscious hair. And here you get the here you get the file.
First joke.
Gary's file. I love those. They actually have those for pretty much all the main characters.
Additional information.
And it's amazing. Read it on your own. It's really, really funny. And actually, in the Russian version, all of this is actually just the way you see it. It's in English. You actually click the translate button. It puts a text window over this. So all the it was made, I guess, with export in mind. So all the textures and everything is in English. And actually quite a few funny puns. They knew what they were doing. I don't know. There was never after this game or anything. There was never any other such quality production aimed at the foreign market that came out of Russia.
You mean on the
Adventure or anything really, I don't know. Like Russian games made for export are usually somehow either half broken or something. This is quality stuff.
Eel 2 was
Oh yeah,
quality.
well there's that. And of course, yep, there we go.
Yeah, everyone's favorite. Poisonous penguin.
The Poisonous Penguin. So the setup is, if you haven't read it, because you probably weren't because you were listening, is Gary is a special agent of something. A prevention of sexual crimes and sexual perversions or something like that. Who during his student days been bit by a poisonous penguin.
Here's the first parody.
Oh yeah, this always was my favorite.
Also,
This is
here's my answer.
He's been bitten by a poisonous penguin, thus rendering him impotent. So that's our hero. And here we go. I'm actually to beer or not to beer.
Yeah,
It's alright. Like the translation is serviceable. Some jokes are not there, but for the most part, they actually did a very reasonable. They did very reasonable. I like
I'd
it.
still say that descriptions for characters are better in Russian.
Oh yeah, well yeah. Yeah, of
there was
course.
some kind of in-jokes and all this stuff.
Yeah, certain things definitely disappeared. Yeah, so yeah, that's why this game is crazy weird. Shit just happens, and you know, yeah, this is a bit racist.
It
but-
doesn't give a shit about anything.
No, but it's fun.
But it's still surprising how it has its own style. With all those
Absolutely.
parodies, with all those crazy shit, it's still...
There's a lot of parody in this game, like parodies of everything.
but
Movies,
it still plays
games.
like a whole game.
It's most certainly its own.
It doesn't fall apart.
Yes, I absolutely agree. I am playing this game, by the way. I'm gonna speedrun it, but you know, so you won't see me looking for solutions for puzzles because I know this game really well, except for the couple of times where I get lost. It's near the end, but I'm trying to show you everything. There's some, you know, yeah. This is it. Take that, Banderas. And
information about
what was I saying before? Oh yeah, so I am basically trying to explore everything. Although I'm not pondering any puzzles or everything, I'm giving you the fastest playthrough. I'm also, you know, set out to show everything in this game. I only missed a couple of things now that I think about it, but you know, so this is like a 98% full walkthrough.
And also GAG was called like Russian Larry because it's not really vulgar. It's,
No, it's not. It's not porny.
It has lots of sex jokes and
It's very a lot of innuendo. One of them right there, my favorite probably. Horny news / exciting news.
there's some really good jokes, sex jokes.
Yeah, it's really funny innuendo, really innocent, kind of, you know, same way as Larry is, just really immature. And this echoes throughout the whole game, and only done. It's never vulgar, never, you know, it's never dirty. It's just all in good fun. Just the kind of game I like.
Pretty smart at times,
Oh yes,
especially the famous parody of Myst.
yeah. The Myst parody is great. Also, I think it's coming up. There's quite a few Phantasmagoria references in here.
Yep, seventh guest.
A little bit of the seventh guest too, on occasion. The game only came on 2 CDs. This is a reference to another game, Czar, that Auric Vision published at the same time as GAG, the 1997, the voxel shooter.
Also quality game, yeah.
It's a quality game,
Well,
but
graphic.
it gets boring. But it's very inventive. Let's face it, because there's not that many voxel first-person shooters, and it did with the technology, I think, all it could.
Yep.
And you know, stuff like that. That's GAG for you.
Yeah, the game tries to follow the multimedia route.
Yeah.
Everything is interactive and just used for gags,
Yeah.
like those kids games, but
Yeah, like the
this is
humongous games, but
obviously not a kid game.
but not a kid's game. Although this is very immature, so this is like teenage targeted, basically.
Yeah.
I mean, I enjoyed it as an adult, but of course I enjoyed it a lot more when I was a teenager.
Hello?
I should say it's
Where have
the
you
other way
been,
for me.
you lousy
Oh,
For
yeah?
some
You
reason
enjoy it
I
more
didn't
now?
like
On
it much
vacation or
No?
what?
as a kid. I don't know why.
You again.
Love at
Go
first
back.
sight.
I played it
So-
first in high
So
school.
why the heck do you keep calling me, Lucy? I'm busy as hell.
Do you remember
There
the
was some
Dark
story
Brothers case?
with it that I got through in the box I was given it
Psychos I busted 3 years
by
Mhm.
some.
You busted them all
Lots of
right,
beer.
but not all of them.
But yeah,
I have information
still I
about
felt
a
it
few
was
of their
like
leaders who got away.
a bit of
According to
vulgar.
my
Yeah, you
informants,
did.
they're doing
Nah, it's
pound
I
anything
loved
to meet
it
with
from the
some
first
more
out. Well, again,
specific
I guess I kind of like porny things, so this was always up my alley. But
It grew on me with
it's very clever. So like nobody could escape the charms of it. And yeah, another thing that I say, look at the quality of FMV. FMV is on par, low frame rate, but there's plenty of really good full motion video in this game, and it only came on 2 CDs. You know, it's not one of those CD juggling games. I mean, it is relatively short too, and yeah, that's everybody remembers that.
and it's not actually full motion in terms of graphics. Because it's like those small windows, so just small interludes.
Yeah, of course. There's only few actual full screen things, but it's still, you know, it's like, you know, neither was Tex Murphy really. They just froze everything else while one character moved. So, you know, it's still full motion. And yeah, here's your file on Marquise Margot de la Bourbon.
Yeah, it's basically Marquise.
The gold digger who married Marquise, dabbles in occultism. So the story so far, there's the story in this game really doesn't matter that much now that I think about it. So there's two brothers, the Dark Brothers, and they're after them and this Marquise are planning something, and you're a secret agent dispatched to dispose of them. That's really the story. You're given files on the Marquise and the Marquis, her husband, her crazy husband, and you just head on to the castle to prevent. It's never really even pointed out what is that they're trying to do.
Yeah. We will know Marquise mostly from her sex side.
Yes, pretty
like
much. Well, it says here that she's
photos.
It's said in the file that she's a gold digger. She just married him for the money.
Marquise is just some
an old alcoholic war veteran.
War drunk, yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. I always like to point this out. This game is very attentive to details, even though, like, when the fax was throwing up the other piece of paper, the second piece of paper, the texture on that was of this actual thing that you see right now. So even though the animation is the same, it actually, if you look, you'll see that it's actually a different sheet of paper in there while the animation is playing, which I think is really great. There's a lot of really cool, like, 3D rendered stuff in this. Again, at the time there was no other Russian game with.
Another funny thing is that actually the developer, at least the main developer, he was not a professional game developer.
No, I don't think any of them were.
No, I think some of his team probably
like the programmers. I've read the interview with the programmer once, one of the programmers. But it was also a very small team. Like, if you look at the credits, it's like the same 5 people doing everything.
Yeah.
It's really amazing how this game really came together. Also, you know, high color at the time, like everything, even like the mouse pointer, it's all high color.
Yeah, and
very neat.
The designer, the main developer, he was like a Pearl diver. He died for Pearls, yeah. I think that was his backstory, and once he
I always thought it was a joke, because one thing you will not see is
you can't say if it's a joke or not, because
is that manual that's included with it about the making of the game is hilarious.
Yeah.
That manual is amazing. Oh yeah, well, here we go. So we kick off the story with we calling the laundryman Lao, who lives downstairs, likes porn, and you know, has a degree in Chinese cunning, as the description puts it. We'll get the list from, and yeah, because that's right, the fax is gonna throw up one more fax. So like, look into it when that happens.
Very stereotypical Chinese man.
Yeah, we'd call it racist nowadays, but whatever.
No, it's not really.
Yeah, well, yeah, take a look. See, the sheet is actually the sheet that you're gonna get.
You've got a list of stuff you'll never get from
yeah, that's right. Which I love. I love this list too. Yes. It's amazing. So you pick him, and he asks for some porn.
A pair of false teeth, anti-flea shampoo. All you need.
Huge pack of dodgy second-hand luminous condoms. I love it. I love it.
Good. Pass me the video.
So yeah, one of the first tasks in the game is you record some tapes for him, and how you record it, that one took me a while. Basically, it's probably a bit difficult to play this game for the first time, because the puzzles are not very logical. But
they
once you sort of get used to them,
some weird logic, but yeah, those.
Oh yeah, and here it comes. I will point out that this is probably the only place in this game that I don't enjoy. I think this is way too much, and I never liked this joke, and I don't understand why it's in there.
That's like, just some poo joke.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of gross out humor. Give me immature jokes all you want, but this is a bit. Yeah. Oh yeah, here we go. The damaged video cassette. I don't play that. That's another thing, but it's nothing. Oh yeah. Here's another thing, the very Russian. I always thought that was in reference,
That was from
to a
some.
famous Russian commercial.
Was it commercial? I thought it was some cartoon.
Soyuz Contract was the company that in the early 90s shipped off a lot of chicken breasts. You know, Akarachka Soyuz Contract, and they were flying in there and stuff. So I always thought that was it. And yeah, the first minigame. The game GAG also has a few arcade minigames. The most famous of them coming up somewhat soon. I will talk at length about it, but this is your...
Yeah, if you are an adventure purist, you might find those frustrating.
This is probably... Yeah, they actually also... They get harder as they go along, too. This is the easiest one, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's still funny.
A handful of
Fresh flies.
I hear they eat
Fresh flies, but in Russian it has a really beautiful name.
It is. Yeah, it's
Шпанская мушка.
No, this is what he says there is a кучка мух, свежепойманных.
Кучка мух, да.
Because yeah. Oh yeah, and here we go. This is like the first big puzzle in that game that took me a while to figure out.
Because there's no logic at all.
It makes no sense, but what you do is in order to record... Oh yeah, and this can also happen. I actually never figured out why that happens sometimes.
Just because.
What you do is... basically you use your telescope that, you...
To spy
on people through the sky rises across the room. Oh yeah, this too. Actually, silly stuff. Like really silly stuff.
Dress. Interesting concept.
Some multimedia.
Yeah. No, all the animations are really done. They're combinations of like 3D stuff, animated stuff. Oh yeah, here we go. We can sleep.
Gary slept, but he knew that he should wake up at the
first click of the mouse.
This is the parody of famous Russian
TV series from the
about a spy.
60s, was it? Yeah. 70s probably, right? It just looks like early. Oh yeah, so you get, basically there is no good dreams, but later in the game when you acquire different pieces of female wardrobe, you can hang them on that big nail and have different dreams. And I actually do one later on in the game, but I forget the other one, so pardon me.
Wet dream.
Yeah, I like that too.
Not that much wet. No.
I like that. This was always really funny to me. I don't understand why. Why is this so funny? But a lot of really random shit in this game.
GAG at its best.
Yeah, pretty much, yes. Yeah.
This is my favorite.
Yeah, I already did that before. What am I trying to do now? Like I'm desperately trying to do something. Oh yeah. Here we go. Here's a bit of
Stop.
Phantasmagoria.
Made a mistake. This isn't Phantasmagoria.
Which really always pisses me off. That that's one of the things that I hate about that game. That every time you go near a mirror, there's like a 5-minute sequence of her checking her hair, with nothing else going on. What a waste. What a waste.
I think that's the only Phantasmagoria mentioned here. No?
I think there's more in the Marquis room. Yeah, this is a damaged videotape I actually pulled out. It has no use in the game. It just, just that.
Just to confuse you.
Yeah. For some reason, also English version has some bugs that are not present in the Russian version. For some reason, like right here, a hotspot disappeared. I don't understand why, but it only happened once. So yeah, basically, you record stuff, and yeah, if you do it normally, like this, you can't see anything through the blinds. And by the way, this is about as porny as this game gets. There's really no...
In this version.
There's really no nudity. I also have the GAG Plus, I do. There's developers also released GAG Plus, which is not... But it's not the same game, it's not actually playable. But for some reason they felt the need to release a 1 CD, I guess, expansion of sorts, where you just go around and look at nudity clips, and it feels really weird. Like, I don't understand, it's so out of place, like, because here, as you'll see later, once I start picking up the magazines and stuff like that, you'll see that nudity in this game actually serves, you know, like a very jokey purpose. It's coming up, but I won't spoil it, because I think it's one of the funniest things in this game. But yeah, so if you record something through the blinds,
This tape
may contain adult material.
Yeah, but I think the reason for GAG Plus is
They probably shot all that video and they wanted to cash in. They're like, oh my god, we shot all as girls. This is GAG Boy.
The
We'll
game
come
was
back
very popular,
later
and
to it.
like all popular games of that era in Russia, they just released the material that didn't make it into the final game.
Yeah, but it
Like
wasn't
a separate
really...
product.
And here we go. Coming right up. Yes.
What a beauty.
One of the best pieces, of course, right there. Yep. I know it's immature and whatever, but this is probably one of the best pieces of parody in this game.
Yes.
It's pretty hilarious. So you have the chute, the laundry chute, and this is where how you exchange things with Lau. So if you send them the tape that you shot, you know, through the blinds, he will not accept it. So you'll have to find, I guess, the alternate viewpoint to record all your videos. I love those letters too, they're pretty funny.
Yes.
All I can offer you are my grandfather's underpants, but unfortunately they are too worn and too torn to transport in the chute.
Oh god. Yes.
Immature.
So when are we gonna start being funny? Because we're just talking about bullshit. Like, this is like, I don't think anybody actually like. Okay, so this is when this game starts being funny. So that's when we'll decide. So in order to get the alternate viewpoint, you do this. Oh yeah, I forgot. Because yeah, also this is like a timed puzzle of sorts.
Yeah, because it's so logical
Yep.
to propel you
Here I see much
onto the wardrobe using.
Let's go to Flyboy magazine.
Yeah.
Which you can right click, you can try to
Do
examine.
you still find me
I also like
stimulating,
this joke
honey?
too, that
Even after you've seen me from every
you've seen this
possible
magazine so many
angle?
times, it doesn't stimulate him anymore, so you also will have to find an alternate angle for that as well.
Yeah, they actually like to make jokes about his strategy.
Yeah, a lot. This is like, I'm not particularly fond of.
Yeah, it's like James Bond without his
Bravo.
superpower.
I love
Pretty much.
your innovative
See?
approach,
So yeah,
Gary.
there's the thing.
Here's a
You put it
whole
next to a
new
mirror,
look.
and now it's all she's all good. So you can actually look at it, and there we go. The dreaded penguin. Oh my
Yes.
god, I freaking love this.
You'll hate him. Well, at least I hated him as a child.
Yeah, this is. I think it's a hilarious joke. It's such an easy joke too, but
Yeah.
I think it's really funny.
And
Especially with,
at the same time, Penguin is one of the characters of the game, so it follows the story.
yeah, pretty much. So yeah, if you're bitten by poisonous penguin, you not only become impotent, but you also can't see any of the nudity.
Beware.
And, he will censor it for you.
Yeah. Yeah, some cheap models.
Are they even models? I don't know. What
Yeah,
they are.
I doubt they're models.
They're only listed by pseudonyms at the end. One name
old
credit
photo.
at the end. It's like Anna, one more Anna. Oh yeah, here we go too.
So they are Annas. Yeah. In GAG Plus, you can.
In GAG Plus,
see-
you can actually see the nudity. It's the same clips plus extra stuff, and you'll see the clips. But there is, I repeat that there is no game, and it's not really funny. It's just for people who wanted to see, I don't know, nudity. I don't find that product appealing. Oh yeah, so here we go. So now that we found the
He's
alternate,
everywhere.
the alternate,
And they actually bothered to animate him.
I love it.
Yeah.
I think it's hilarious. There's a lot of really good quality 3D work. It doesn't look cheap. Always everything is like full of really like a lot of like surface like textures. You always feel like there's stuff. Like, you know, some of those mid-90s mist clones. A lot of them do feel cheap with those like smooth surfaces and everything. You know what I'm
yeah.
talking about? This is not it. Like, look, the carpet and the walls, like they're full of sort of little bumps and textures.
Yes, that's why I think those were at least some professionals in the team, because otherwise it would just look like those cheap Myst clones.
Yeah, it doesn't. I mean, look at the synergy of 3D and the video and photographed elements and stuff like this. Yeah, this is as much nudity as it's gonna get, basically.
Yeah.
Are you whistling?
Yeah, I'm thinking of my own stuff. What are we talking about?
We're not. We're just looking at the naked girl. At least I was. Okay, so yeah, the goal here is to record a bunch of tapes that you later exchange for items. Probably one and only thing. It's weird how they actually make you jump through the hoops, but it's only like essentially you repeat the same thing, essentially for a joke later. But they deliver the punchline after having you do the same thing several times. And I forget, I think I missed one where it was a funny one. Come on, me. Come on, think. I'm like looking for it desperately, but I can't find it.
I think it's...
There's one on the top too, but that's the funny one.
Yeah.
With the guy with the blow. I just... right there. Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Oh no, I found it. Yeah, there's that too. There's stuff like this, which Lao surprisingly accepts.
Yeah, also counts. Those toys, I think they could have sold them actually. Because I haven't, I don't think, is it their know-how?
A lot of people think that they created it, but I swear to God, I've seen those. We had like a joke shop, a very expensive joke shop open in my town in the early 90s. And I could have sworn I've seen something very, very similar. The legs were different. They weren't like chicken legs. They were like real legs. But, or something or other, but it looked very similar. So yeah, whatever you pick from the list, you get a funny letter and something completely different.
Had to leave urgently for Shenzhen to buy new books by comrade Kim Il-sen. I'd had to return his passport. But just for you, in return, I'm willing to give you this wonderful rarity.
The bottom of my heart. Yeah.
Hey.
So you... I love Benjamin
Of course.
Virgin Steel.
Of course.
Name tag
Why not?
without photo. Name tag.
So yeah, I just made a name tag. I like how it's a Soviet stamp in there too. It's pretty awesome.
Laundryman Lao's list.
Anti-flea shampoo for your cat.
So you can never actually tell what you will
Yeah,
get.
you never do, but at least you know that you have to exhaust the list.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I don't think a lot of people did, because there's puzzle coming up later on where you can actually get the map for one of the parts of the maze. Yes, there is a maze in this game too, but if you're clever, you're actually given a map. Which I know when I first played it with my friend, we did not. We just chanced the maze. We made our own map or just remembered stuff. But only later on, like a couple years later, I realized that you can actually get the map to the maze. Because I was dumb.
The maze is one of those frustrating moments.
It is, but if you have a map, it's fine.
Globe of Taiwan?
I don't really remember if I...
Yeah, a lot of
I
people
don't think I had
not
map
get
when
them.
I
Yeah,
played
basically,
first-
if you send them a gag boy after you finished it, he gives you the map, and it's actually you can click on it, and it shows where you are and where stuff is. So you'll see.
There's no reason you want to send him your Game Boy.
Yeah, there is no. So yeah, basically after 2 tapes he gets tired of your stuff, so you try different stuff. So he'll take the magazine that you don't need anyway, and you get this thing.
Unfortunately, my youngest grandson,
The Globe of Taiwan.
Xiao, took the grove to pray.
Yeah, he has a very huge family.
But just for you,
Yeah, how many sons does he have? Because for every
Yeah, for everything.
yeah, for everything, it's like uncle, son, grandson. Who do we scar? I think one of his children's when they do the special delivery.
Oh, yeah.
I hope you'll be eternal
People, if
strength.
we are not funny right now, please don't threat. This game is really funny. It just for some reason we are not very funny right now. Just keep keep pausing and like reading the stuff. It's actually funny descriptions. I promise. I will encourage everybody right now just to try. This game is ultra rare in the English version. Yeah, I'm cooking this for later. As I said, I'm gonna pre-do all the puzzles. Basically, if I know something needs to be done for a later part of the game, I'm going to do it up front. So the reason why I cooked the flies will become apparent, I don't know, like an hour later.
A handful of flies. Well done.
Well done. But yeah, I would encourage everybody to go out and find... and here we go. I've done everything in the apartment at the moment.
That's not the last time you saw it.
No, absolutely not.
I'll be very surprised.
Yeah, a lot of some mini games in this game are really creative. I love his seat covers. Oh, look at those McDonald's signs. Genius. Genius.
But this one is one of my favorite interludes.
Oh yeah. How about when you? Well, I like the one when you die actually a lot. They're both of them, like because you can die. Yeah, you can also die in this game, but you also get a redo. Also very clever, because Russian people mostly grew up around Sierra games that always had permadeath. Not so much here. These people,
pretty.
and obviously, you know what? They knew they're LucasArts games because there's a couple of LucasArts jokes in there.
And they sure
here's one joke that doesn't.
Played Myst a lot.
Yeah, yeah. See, this joke does not translate. I don't understand why they didn't replay here.
Don't act smart with me. Show me the direction with your
Yeah, this doesn't sound funny in English.
Was it also?
Ты не мудри, ты пальцем покажи. It's like an age-old joke from Russia.
I want to go in.
And yeah, if you've seen the news report about Tsar, you'll have the interdimensional hall.
This is some in-game advertising.
Yes. Clever in-game
Of
advertising.
their own game. Yeah, it's pretty clever.
And I like how it says ZEST Studio satellite dish.
Going by
And there's
the
just
must
two
be the
screens.
hermit flying to Tsar.
And on the disc itself, there was a demo for Tsar and for Mad Space.
But look, the
And-
beautiful scenery.
Yeah, no, it's really well
Cartridge for
done.
GAG board.
I also like how all the items rotate and all that stuff. It's really cool.
The door.
So yeah, the door is locked, but loud.
This is
somehow.
this is obviously a White House, and
Yes.
you see you're standing near the White House.
Yes.
So they knew the Zork.
Yeah,
games.
the mailbox and
Iberian.
yeah, of
A
course.
high-powered mineral.
And yeah. Now we got the cartridge.
And this is the game that might piss off a lot of gamers.
Yeah. Am I gonna play it now? I don't know if I'm gonna play it. Well, I guess I'm gonna play it later.
Not really piss off because it's quite entertaining.
It is kinda, but it's oh, I love
it
this.
gets
Look at this
frustrating.
background. Look at the animation. It's fucking great.
Got my umbrella.
I love it. I love the whole stylistic of this game. It looks really good. You must admit, even for like a 1997 game from the third world, it looks really, really good.
Yes, it has this
It doesn't open.
nostalgic and kind of
Through thinking.
urbanistic
Keep on
atmosphere. I don't know how to describe it.
Yeah,
but
I know
it's
what you
like-
mean, but I don't know what to say really about that. Yeah.
I don't even know if there are other games in these settings. Well, maybe Full Throttle.
I guess that's a bit more post-apocalyptic though.
No, of course I remember it because you're gonna see another parody. Very fun.
I like it. I like the Marquise's robot. Kind of looks like slightly, probably inspired by Ed 209 from RoboCop. At least I think.
From
Because
Robocop.
it has the same sort of chicken leg thing. Oh, I like this. I love this. This is actually a really good translation, I thought.
I was dispatched by the Commander-in-Chief and I am at your disposal in order to conduct a general gynecological survey of the entire castle. Sir!
You don't look like a gynecologist. Show me your license.
Luckily, we have the
Right here, sir.
documents. I like the guy who plays the Marquis.
Well,
The Marquis.
Yeah, he's a good actor. He's professional. actor.
He's funny. He's like one of the few, one and only professional actor in this.
Yeah. Exactly.
Because oh yeah, he takes you. There's quite a lot of like inventory in jokes in this game too. One of them is probably my favorite.
Inventory and just adventure cliches.
Yeah, they
I really
spoof
like
a lot
those
of the
jokes.
genre. Yeah, they're amazing and not done a lot in the genre or just period like at all. It's weird. Oh yeah, and this is where CDs change. I thought of cutting this out, but I always like this is probably my favorite CD change screen of all time. This is actually what the discs look like. They're nicely done, black and white. And this is a computer which you also see during the installation program. It's like laughing at you. Here's the Marquis on the right there, briefly.
Yeah, there are many animations here, I think. Like,
Yes, I like this too. It's pretty funny. This game is really short. Again, although I'm speedrunning it, I've done it in under 2 hours. But you know, the usual playthrough. Plump.
This cannon looks like it's shooting
As well as I am.
as well as I am.
like another joke about his disease.
His condition.
His condition, yeah.
Yeah.
A gas can.
But I guess the game looks good and has a lot of animations, but it actually does not have a lot of active spots or anything. It's actually rather easy because of that, which is why I actually managed to show off just about everything in this playthrough in under 2 hours, because, you know...
Justify an animation, why not?
yeah.
And here's a minefield.
Achtung, mines. Isn't it minen? Oh yeah, here we go.
A Russian game without a war joke is not a Russian game. And this is a little full throttle.
Not only it's a full throttle joke, but actually references a full throttle joke. In both versions, in English and in the Russian version. Oh yeah, I love this. This looks beautiful. I'm sorry, this game looks so much better than a lot of like 90s Myst clones. Like a lot of those 3D
And
games.
like
look
every
garbage.
Russian adventure.
Oh yeah, well yeah.
Ever.
Most Russian adventures, 99%, except for this one basically, they all look like crap.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well, I am the Gag Boy master, but I'm still gonna cut out, I cut out everything. Basically, I just show off the idea, and if you haven't guessed by now, this is... Gag Boy is Tetris with naked people, and you have to pair them up. Like right there, I failed miserably. It's not always very apparent, but to the professional tip for everybody who's going to play this, and it's also available as a standalone freeware game. Go ass to ass. It works so many times, but you know, you've seen the idea. A lot of people.
It's actually one of the few original Tetris clones.
I guess. But yeah, here we go. I won. 70 points. I am the master. A lot of people can't play it.
Cheater.
Look up the... what do you mean a cheater? I just got... Did you want me to play for 20 minutes? There were like 20 minutes of Gag Boy?
Everyone should feel our pain.
Yeah, well, it wasn't bad. You want to feel pain? I think if you look up on YouTube Gag and Rizalka...
Heavy metal. Why it has heavy metal?
I really don't know.
And here's Olympic Games.
So this is the site of the
The 80. Hey, look, it's
80, yeah.
it's repeating itself. Let's stay out of politics for today.
Sport.
It's not politics, it's just Olympics Games. They're
There's
kind
a-
of... Oh yeah, that's... Marquises are
Robot,
running.
which seems
in
to
the
be
background.
the robot also seems to be Kosarylovka. That's not as funny. The robot also seems to be sentient, right? Because like you see him sometimes. Like, is the Marquis in there when it's like when he's like walking around in the middle of the night with like a latrine in his hand and like a sleeping hat? You'll see that clip later. I always like, is the marquee somewhere else at that point? Or... Oh yeah, here we go. I actually like that gag a lot. As soon as you get closer,
There's also some mist and mist clones that love those levers and buttons everywhere.
A Photoroid camera without cartridge and a battery.
The 3D Photoroid, actually, it says on there. Yeah, certain things you'll see me get a bit lost at one time. For example, in the castle.
A film cartridge.
Yeah, you can see again a lot of random stuff like a balloon and with a heavy metal sign.
And in the castle, unfortunately, like there's a few events that are triggered from other events.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's tough. You like feel like you've done everything except for one thing, and it doesn't trigger the next event. So I will get lost from time to time here, but you know.
And there are a few occasions of pixel hunting.
Kind of pilot you are.
Yes. Also a couple of them on purpose, or a joke like this, which I actually like a lot.
Yes, this is beautiful joke.
This actually confused my friend. He did it twice and didn't play anymore because he couldn't figure it out. But yeah, basically you have to go on, you know, twice it's under construction, the third time they finish it. So you're just in time.
Well,
this confused a bunch of people.
Check it out later.
I think it's funny.
Again, it's kind of in genre joke or joke about the genre, because so many games in 90s were just felt very cheap, especially mist clones.
A battery.
Like incomplete.
Organizer, battery.
A Photoroid camera without battery. A Photoroid.
This is just this whole two screens were made just for one small battery.
Pretty much. And there's a lot of stuff like this in the game, but also look at this. They're beautifully animated and everything. Like, look at the amount of detail. I love it. Oh yeah, here's a joke, and I'm actually gonna do the dog. Because you have to disable the marquee's computer. So you just slap a photograph on the security camera to identify the person, but you can actually take a picture of either of his dogs and will recognize them as valid users, which I always thought was very funny. Oh yeah. Here we go again. Yeah, I think he's inspired by, you know, Ed 209 from RoboCop. It has like a similar...
Maybe. You see how we kick their ass, eh?
Where's my gun?
Ah, forget the gun. We won. Hey, why don't we celebrate with a little drink?
I like that character a lot too. I wish there was more of him in the game. There's not really that much of him in the game.
You refuse a drink to our victory.
Well,
wouldn't mind a shot or two.
Shot or two.
Tough luck, pal. I'm running on empty.
They didn't bother with lip syncing, of course.
Actually, in the Russian version, him and Lucy are like your boss are two that really fall out of sync for some reason.
Yeah.
Maybe they dubbed them with a different people. Oh yeah, a calm for a bald guy. I love the Easter Island heads. Like I love them. Like what? Yes. Your heads, Easter Island heads. What's the calculator doing here?
Oh.
Gary shows his.
I think there are some random Seven's Guest inspirations.
Yeah, in the castle, most certainly.
Especially when Marquis running from left to right or right to left.
Yes.
Oh, this is pretty much Seven's Guest.
Here we go. You get the code by pulling a rug from underneath yourself.
Aha! So this is the code.
I love Gary's. I love how Gary approaches a lot of things very,
very straightforward,
very differently. He has an original approach to a lot of things. Like you'll see, like he gets out of quite a few situations in the ways that that nobody probably would ever think of.
What?
What a huge ashtray.
What's that supposed to be?
Bless my soul. It's a bed. I like that translation. See, sometimes its translation is actually kind of good.
Size and color.
And this is sleeping quarters of the Marquis. Full of sex references and occultic stuff.
Yeah. Here we go.
Because she's a witch.
Reminds me of my ex-Sergeant Polanski.
Must be the bald spot.
Must be the bald spot.
Zauberlehrbuch. Kundige
Ah,
Hände.
missed some German in there.
An iron grill. Will they use it for cooking eggs?
The egg.
A green malachite egg.
Another hilarious thing coming up with those experiments with the magical book.
Yes.
Why?
Which they actually changed one of them
that
because
isn't
they
my
took out
reflection.
the Russian song, the old Russian
Could
song,
it be?
in the English version.
Of
Oh.
course.
Yeah, yeah, they did, but it wouldn't be understandable. But it's like one of my favorite Russian jokes in that game. It's gone in the English one, rightfully so. But what they put out is not nowhere near as funny.
So yeah, this is where I think pretty much inventory puzzles starts here.
Yeah. Well, this room alone has like several
What's a liquor
inventory
cabinet doing
puzzles throughout the game. Basically, this is actually the room where you use items the
See
most.
any antidote for penguin
Yeah.
bites?
I think. Because usually everywhere else it's like 1 or 2 actions, but you actually get to combine stuff, you get to like... yeah, I'm a bit lost because I can't find the...
Witchcraft comics.
Cool.
Cool. Witchcraft comics.
Yeah, sometimes I get lost because...
The key to opening this bookcase is obscure.
Because I can't find the hotspots or something like this, but... do
Oh,
not
yeah,
fret.
and it's not a DOS game.
No, it's not. Did I point this out in the beginning? No, I didn't.
Yeah.
I forgot about this. Yeah.
You did.
It's neither
I did.
art
So yeah,
nor
this has
pornography.
no place on my channel, although apart from the fact that this is an excellent Russian game and you should play it.
This lock is small, but sure is sturdy.
But yeah, I always thought the map was referenced to something, right? The map on the wall with locks underneath. I played that game where it has a map just like that. Somebody in the comments please point it out because I forgot.
I'm afraid I'm not very good at missed games and such.
Haha, needle
Oh,
in
this
an
is
eggshell.
a very
Even
Russian
if I
joke
read it in a
Yes.
fairy tale.
because it's a reference to a Russian fairy tale where some evil character could be killed only by breaking a nail found in an egg.
Which is actually the quote that they use in the Russian version, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, here we go. The gator.
Quite a beast.
I love this gator.
Mutant ninja game.
Yeah, you'll meet
Also
him
a puzzle that makes no
quite
sense,
a few times.
but yeah. And here's how you get the keys.
Don't make me fart! Don't make me fart!
I don't know what were they smoking
Not try that.
when they came up with this puzzle, but I think it's hilarious. Together with the music too. And of course the gator actually has an important part, like you said, coming back later. Fart jokes.
It wasn't me, honest.
As the old Indian commander said, if you don't poke it, it won't smell.
Also not as funny.
Yeah.
And there we go.
But they didn't have that much of characters here. So yeah.
I love that. I love those keys
A
too.
golden key.
Some Soviet reference.
Yeah, there's a few throughout the game. Yeah. So again, through repeating stuff, you know what? Usually
another
repeating stuff in
golden
adventure
key.
games
Cheap.
is cheap, but in here it kind of makes sense because there's always a punchline. Because always on the third time it never works.
Yeah, because you can expect some funny animation or some.
Yeah. And also
joke.
the joke is always like you record a bunch of tapes and he doesn't want any after the second one. Same here, like you get 2 keys, but after the third one he just like rah.
So yeah, you're left with one.
Yeah, so really you're always like, ah crap, I thought I was so close. Oh yeah, and here we go.
Some magic.
Well, let's do some black magic. There's some pretty animations going on.
Those symbols are, I think, they're maybe taken from Zork Nemesis. Because those 4 symbols were sure used there.
Oh yeah, I guess, and they're also on the lock too, right?
Yeah. And sex joke.
A vibrator.
This is a magical wand.
Yeah, it says vibrator here, but in the Russian version he says a wand, magic wand. Actually, those symbols, I don't know, the symbols also kind of remind me of the Dr. Brain ones. I don't know. It's been a while.
Dr. Brain, no. I think it's Zork names, so maybe some other mystical.
I guess that 4 looks awfully familiar.
A ballpoint pen.
Ballpoint pen. Pulp Friction.
Those were very popular for some time in Soviet Union.
Yeah.
Of course, not sex themed.
Also, this pen is pretty big now that I think about it. That's a big pen.
Actually, the whole magical thing is probably a Zork reference.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, it's been a while, but yeah, I guess.
No, I mean just the whole Zork
A
series.
Yes. So
Where
you get
else?
so you open 2 locks here. I also like that sort of joke too, and you get a shitty crowbar that you use on the
Just
lock,
break the-
and it breaks. But your price for it is an awesome crowbar.
Level up.
This one seems much sturdier. A rather good crowbar.
That's it with black magic, yeah.
For a while, yeah. I don't know what I'm doing here. I'm lost in the navigation. Like all I have to do is turn to the left, but like I forget where the bookcase is. Oh yeah, and of course I make this mistake too.
Well, you should mention that the game is not really that hard to navigate.
No, it's not.
There are
It's
not
just
that many screens, and you know those problems you usually have with the missed games where you don't know.
Yeah, it looks like sometimes like I'm looking for turns in here, but I don't know what. It was really early in the morning when I was playing it or something, so it's
It's
pardon me.
pretty
This
easy
game,
to navigate.
game is really easy to navigate. The inventory is kind of weird though. Like it adds new items to the left and then everything else is to the right, so you kind of always have to scroll back and forth. But it's whatever. They're always very visual. There's some I guess Hellraiser stuff going on.
The deeper you go into the house, the darker the game gets. So here you you have blood and
What's this? A blood bank?
other creepy
Big
stuff
trap. Better not put it in my
Trousers
trousers
pocket.
pocket.
for some reason. He's an impotent after all.
Oh, the mutant hobo, which we'll see later.
Monster. I'm scared. Next.
Oh yeah, this is also one of the Russian jokes that's gone,
His and hers.
but they put a pun in there instead, so it's okay. Did you remember what was that in the Russian version?
No, I'm afraid not.
Туалет типа сортир мэ и жо.
Oh yeah. That's just some movie quote.
Yeah, pretty much. Here's one of those puzzles that I prepared for a very long time ago.
Big trap. Better not.
Alright, some flies and yeah.
Why these young
Such a
fellas
waste of good
certainly
flies.
have healthy kidneys.
What's with those Easter Island heads, man? I also forget, like here I'm lost because I forget that I can actually turn left. It takes me a while to figure it out. But
Sometimes it's very immature.
but what you're gonna see is yeah. Here's a mutant hobo skull.
Hobo.
Hobo. I think that's what I remember reading a review that they called him a mutant hobo because he lives in the sewers under the city
Oh.
or whatever. Oh, yeah, that's the piece that I missed. The marquee trying to find liquor.
What the heck's taking you so long? My throat feels like the Sahara.
Just small reminders that you are not alone.
Yeah, there's there's not a whole lot of interaction in this game, really.
Well, compared to some mists.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it's
There are enough of interactions.
more than your average Mist clone, but overall you're pretty much on your own. You never get to have any conversations or anything. It just yeah, I finally figure out that I can turn left. There we go.
An empty barrel. And yet.
Wine! Bring me my wine! Bring me any wine! Why can't a decent man
Absolutely no
bring his
synchronization.
victory once in a while?
No, but
No attempt at
I
synchronization.
don't think there is much in the Russian version either. That always
Yes, I know. That's
like
why
it's weird. I always thought maybe they changed his lines later on or something. Who knows? Like you can tell when the Marquise speaks, she actually matches her lines and
And
stuff.
yet
But
another.
Lucy sometimes too, but sometimes doesn't. It's weird. Other than that, that's pretty much all the characters who actually speak. A quarter.
That's pretty nice and original wine barrel gag,
Yeah.
like postmodernistic.
Yeah. This game, GAG, has lots of gags in it if you haven't figured it out yet.
Margot has. Should I listen in?
Is
the Pope Catholic?
Listen, Margot. We've been authorized to hand over this invaluably valuable book to you.
Valuable.
Guard it day and night. It contains all the spells necessary.
Yeah, they never really
for the performance
point
of
out
the
what the
ritual.
ritual is.
From
I
now
mean, the
on,
book is
we
called
receive all
The Prince of
necessary
Darkness Be Born.
instructions through this computer. Now, this is no regular computer. It is the most recent accomplishment of our most
Suddenly, computer.
genius.
I love that computer too. Like, all the jokes in the computer are hilarious.
And how am I supposed to figure out how it works?
Margot.
Actually, most of the games of Russian games at that time had those inside programmers jokes.
Yeah, there's a lot. They were.
This floppy disk will
Computer
grant you
humor
access
was
to
very popular.
net. And now, we better split.
Well, taking that most games were made just by programmers and artists,
Yeah,
or just programmers,
just programs
without
mostly.
artists.
Allow
Yeah.
me to escort you out the back door, gentlemen.
All right, and there we go.
No, actually like this
Aha! The invaluable book!
book.
How come I didn't
Mirror.
notice it? Ooh, it's time to check in with headquarters. What the hell language is it? Let's check it out.
Some more magic.
Yep.
Mirror, mirror on the wall. Who's the fairest of them all?
You are so beautiful.
Like the worst Louis Armstrong impression I've heard in my life.
You.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Cheap graphical program.
Oh, that's a 5 o'clock shadow. I think I need a shave.
This was also a lot funnier in the Russian version.
Was it?
Так вот ты какой северный олень.
No, that's...
Mom was right. I really should floss after meals.
Nice.
Yep.
Once again, he steals your stuff.
Yeah. That
For
seems
no
to be
reason.
the common trend.
Touch that book,
A little
illiterate
lush.
lush.
I should say my favorite part is those puzzles in the hall that involves balloon and all this.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know.
Just adventures.
I like that.
Looks like my grandma's dishwasher.
Because we have the computer with Doors 97 OS. Yep, enter password.
Oh, here you go.
Yep. Password. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so yeah. Here's the room 666. I don't know.
It's probably also serves as a Linux port, you know.
Well, I always thought it was it looks like a Linux penguin, but I always thought it was, you know, a penguin, because...
No, of course it's this penguin, but...
he looked like a Linux penguin.
Yeah. Several jokes.
Yeah, so everything you grab gets,
yeah,
gets
it appears as a
materialized.
magnificent 3D item.
Wireframe. Yeah. Basically, everything you take, yeah, from the computer
Friendship.
is...
Friendship is the name of
Of
the most famous Russian chainsaw.
Chainsaw, that is not a joke.
Yeah.
Wait, here's the adult site. I always thought that was funny. Which in GAG Plus they actually have women doing that. They actually they rotoscoped real women, those motions and stuff.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so it's not
I
fun.
didn't know that. Oh, that's gross.
Yeah, it's kind of gross, but like it's funny because I was playing GAG Plus and I was just like, oh, they actually copied all the motions from real people.
Pretty lace bra.
Again, it's a good gag played on censorship.
Yep, I think it's really fun.
And on you know, youth needs of youth. So all you get is those lousy skeletons.
Yeah.
With a dance.
Well, I also like how, like, in the beginning when you enter the website, it does that thing like, you know, porn sites used to do, or I guess still do, I don't know, where it's like okay to continue, or, you know, click here to leave, and it would used to like redirect you to like Disney.com or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Very authentic. I don't know if sites still do that. That was like in the 90s.
I don't know why they bothered to to make all this
Animations?
animation. Yeah.
Well, yeah, for each new item you have to watch that animation at least once. So like, you know, like once you grab the second pair of pennies, you don't have to look at the animation anymore, but there's at least one for each item.
And of course, you'll never guess how you're going to use the.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The application of bras and panties is quite unique. Am I done yet? Wow, that's a lot of underwear.
Yeah, it's a bit getting a bit tedious.
Yeah. This thank God they didn't make you watch all the animations. And honestly, you don't really need that many either, but
A lovely pair of panties.
but I just take them all. Oh, I'm done.
No.
A pretty lace bra.
Okay, ladies.
Time to go. Alright. So, here's the thing. Once you've seen the marquee, and you are locked inside with the key lock. Alright, let's attempt the old approach.
Oh, well, if they wanted to offend me, they succeeded.
Yeah, so you need to figure out how to get out of there. Luckily, you have a whole bunch of new items that you've just acquired, so of course, let's just chainsaw the lock.
I love the logic of this game.
This is nothing, and this is probably one of my favorite gags in the game. coming up, of course, the actual getaway. Look at that background. That background is gorgeous.
Yeah. Also some UFO.
Oops. Another alien abduction down the drain.
Some sweet gags.
Yeah. Alright, so... the goal here is... with valet parking.
Valet parking.
And the game is also unique because from time to time you are shown your feet or arms.
You do, that's right, because
Like,
you're always physical. Like Gary is there. I like that. Unusual for sort of missed or like first-person adventure games.
And those those cheap looking cartoons in the middle of gorgeous
Yes.
animation. Yes.
Alright, here I go. You're gonna escape using math. And you just combine the required amount of bras and required amount of panties until you actually hit. And there's several ways of using. So I'll just try one and then the maximum. And it's actually about 3 different combinations that actually do work.
Not quite.
And it's made like in the form of very intelligent looking mouth.
I like that too. I think it's funny. Too much.
Too much.
I actually don't know if this is right. Might be. Again, there's like 3 different combinations. I think bras are longer than panties, so. I like that. It's funny. Just some silly stuff.
And so just several seconds after those primitive animations here, here's some 3D,
real full
quality
frame,
3D animation.
full motion video. Boom. I like
Just
these.
from a different perspective.
Yeah. And we're changing the CDs again. Again, this game really gets really good use of 2 CDs. And that's it. You don't really swap them that often. All the castle stuff is on the second disc, all the apartment stuff is on the first disc. And that's that.
Gary was on the way home.
Those some Soviet cars. This is how they operate
Yeah,
most
pretty
of the time.
It's almost like the Flintstones, where you have to,
Yeah.
put your legs through the car and just pedal.
Exactly.
What the hell am I looking for? Okay, so
And of course, your house hides some secrets underneath.
yes. Is that what I'm doing first? Because I also now have, bras and panties, so I can actually check out some dreams. I think that's what I'm doing, but I'm not too sure. Why? I just came back.
I like this a plaque in your bathroom with a censored sign. I mean, why would you want to keep a censored sign in your bathroom?
So, where have you been, lazy bones? Did you get anything?
I don't really have a clear picture so far, except that they're preparing some kind of ritual.
What sort of ritual?
I don't know. It has something.
Yeah,
to do
we
with
don't
some
ever get to
weird
find
looking
out what the
book.
ritual is. Like, I'm just as
A thick
lost
one,
as
like
Gary.
the Yellow Pages, but very old looking. The picture of a bat on the cover.
What's it called?
There's
Something
not
like
much story
Hellraiser.
in this game.
Prince of Darkness Be Born, perhaps?
But when there is story, they tell it with serious faces and just
Yeah.
talk serious stuff.
Yeah, they really don't ham it up at all.
You must
Yeah.
be kidding.
You've got to get hold of this book no matter what it takes.
Laundryman Lau's list.
One pair of steeds.
Very important item.
Yep. Of course,
You will never get win.
of course, you know, I won. I didn't play that gag boy for nothing. I got the super prize.
Hello?
Hello, my name's Gary.
Oh yes, this is the prize you won.
That you never see either. You just get the somewhat graphic descriptions of it.
You're a winner, Gary. Tell me your address and we'll send the prize right away.
Okay, hey, can you tell me what it is?
Gary, my friend, I'll tell you this much. You can't imagine the unadulterated pleasure and joy we're sending you. Boy, oh boy, you're a lucky man, Gary. A lucky man.
Oh, intriguing.
I have a wife and kids. Do you think they'll mind?
I'll tell you what. This is one thing you don't need your wife seeing you play with.
One thing you don't need your wife seeing you play with. Understand what I'm saying?
Uh-huh, yeah. Yeah, great. Look, I'm gonna give you the address of a friend of mine. Laundry Lau. Send it there, okay?
The rice hat.
Laundryman Lau's list.
One pair of steeds. Master Kelly, thank you so very much. But I think that'd be better if you give me
Something less radical.
Too much. My family.
One can only
me.
guess.
She falls down. She can't believe what she sees. My girl, she still cries. Oh, and my boy, he's never been normal.
So you
Good boy again.
somehow ruined his family. Siblings.
Diver's helmet.
Of course, they were probably already ruined by
Laundryman Lau's
Lau
list.
And
himself.
shampoo for your cat.
Yep. So yeah. So you get the map for the
Master Kelly.
if you send them a gag boy.
I feel really embarrassed about this, but my son Wu has given the shampoo to his girlfriend as a present. But I think that you will love this remarkable little piece.
That sounds like a good
Sewer
present.
plan.
Yeah, this is actually very useful. Because yeah, originally when I played, I did it without the map, and it's tough because you actually have to find two objects in the sewer and the exit. So if you have the map, it actually shows you where those objects are and where you are, which is very convenient.
But this is another example of unfair pixel hunting. Because I remember I spent a lot of
This looks
time
familiar.
hunting for
Reminds
What,
me
the
of my
nut?
preschool days.
for this bolt and for
Still
Really?
like a
this.
good game of
Yeah.
tic-tac-toe.
I guess.
It's not very fair. Suddenly you have to play.
Tic-tac-toe.
Yeah.
Also, it's tic-tac-toe with a twist. And I screwed myself. Because yeah, you actually have to lose.
Yeah, but it's not the first game to use these tactics.
I guess, but it refuses to win. Like you really have to, like you see, like I'm like, it better win now. Yep. Like, you really have to try hard to make it win.
Oh, look at this beauty.
Yeah, this is a great parody. I think it's hilarious.
Every secret agent had this.
I'm sure he does. The sewer entrance, or
Yeah.
just the toilet that pushes back.
The secret entrance on the.
Oh yeah, here we go. I got some. I just saw it. Why did I miss it? This is the bar right there.
Oh, a wet dream.
Yep, we can have a real wet dream from one of the skeletal bras. Yeah, it's not very sexy. Oh well. One thing that I did forget, I think once you have the one from the Marquise. Oh no, it is hers. This is Marquise, right? Isn't it?
No.
I don't know, because at one point, well, no, this is the bra that I picked up from the Marquise's bed.
So you think you see wet dreams?
But I think later on, like once you're in the castle a second time, you can pick up, you get caught for pulling like a bunch of panties from the skeletons again.
Yes.
And I think you still keep them when you go home. So I think if you go home at that point, you can put those. You can put those on a nail, and something else will happen. But I forget to do that because it's too much work traveling back and forth.
I need to.
And I'm done in the apartment again. Like the horse noises.
I always imagined this like a big party going on.
That's what I kind of thought.
Where is the book?
Oh, I can't believe it. This shot me down again.
Where is the manuscript, you old geezer?
What manuscript? Oh, that old load of rubbish. I stuck it somewhere, but I don't remember where. Oh, come back tomorrow, young man. My wife will be back any minute now, and she
So now you'll have to find an alternate way into the castle. Which I already did.
At this point, I don't remember the game, so I'm just kind of expecting you to comment.
Yeah, well, it's basically, I already, that's when you go into the sewers, so the alternate way into the castle is the sewer.
Oh, so it's closed, yeah.
Yeah. So you can't go into the castle in normal way, so you have to go into the sewer.
Sewers is not the most enjoyable moment of the game.
No, it's not, but again, having the map makes it a lot easier, so there's that. I like that computer, he's cute.
Yeah, he's like your old pal.
Yeah, with the turbo button, something that doesn't exist anymore.
For some reason you're climbing
upside down. Oh yeah, and here we go, we have the complete full 3D things. Oh, I thought I cut all those out. What am I doing? Oh yeah, so yeah, see, you click on the map and it shows where you are, it shows you where the items are.
Yeah, it's pretty clear, but you never know what to expect at the end of the corridor.
I mean, I guess, but I see I went the wrong way. So I'm like, huh? I have terrible sense of direction. Again, some really cool full-screen animated things, which, I'm running this off my hard drive, but like when you run it off the CD, it takes a while. That's one thing I remember. Playing in 97.
The sad thing here is that all this time the game was making jokes about adventure cliches and
it's stuck like the biggest one in. Yeah.
Stuck in one of them. So
yeah, but
they
again,
could have turned it into some kind of joke.
I guess, but yeah, it's an actual maze.
Like, you know, an endless corridor in Zork Grand Inquisitor.
A whole
That was funny.
bunch of stone.
So yeah, the two items that you have to find, and they're marked on the map as X, and the check mark are a bunch of stones and the
picking stones.
and the slingshot that you're gonna use immediately to get out of the sewer.
And this one was, I think, the most frustrating minigame.
It's true. My secret is, and when it comes up, I'll tell you. But I basically just do one thing over and over again. It's kind of.
Yeah, just have to figure out a strategy.
Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the mutant hobo, which unfortunately that's another thing that I forgot. I forgot to show you what happens when you actually walk into him. But I missed.
There's some creature in the dark, right? Some
It's the same skull that appears in a castle from the bathtub. That's why I said it was a monster.
Oh, it's a skull.
Yeah. I never walk into it. I forgot to do that, but that's what it looks like. It's the same. It's the same thing.
This is gonna hurt me more than it hurts you.
Oh, so he travels through the sewers as well. I love those random noises.
It's still not very entertaining.
No, it's not. And when it was slow playing from the CD all those years ago, it was annoying.
I don't know, maybe they made this maze for some other game and just included it.
I think
just
it is
because.
like an adventure cliche joke, although it's just not a joke. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna hurt me.
Because, you know, the jokey parts are, of course, like, you know, like the stuff like this coming up here, like that.
Yeah.
Slingshot and stones.
So now that you have the slingshot and the stones, you can actually get out of the sewer. Right underneath the castle.
Okay.
Yeah, some jokes are probably a bit too immature for me now, but oh well. Okay, and the second exit is like that other circle right there, so...
Oh, you're finished with the all hotspots?
Yeah. Well, it's only those two, really. The other thing, like, I think the writing on the walls is different where you pick up the stones, but it's really so not important, and I don't want to climb all over the place, so...
Of course.
So yeah, I'm done. You only have to get one slingshot and one set of stones, and that's it. Like, I don't understand why they have all those other things in there. It's probably for people who did not get the map and have to figure it out on their own, so... Yep, I'm there. And here comes the most frustrating minigame.
Yeah.
Yeah, you got the rats. Oh, that's another thing I didn't show. What happens when you actually try to climb with the rats sticking out? When they like bite his hand and like a whole screen is covered in blood. The treacherous thing about this game is if you hold the cursor near one of the rats, they never appear. Like, they hide from your cursor, so you have to sort of move to the side, and you actually have to hold the button down for the strength. So the easiest and the fastest one is to the left. So I always just do that. Eventually, just if you keep hitting only the left one, eventually you'll hit all of them. But yeah, it's annoying.
It's annoying and unfair and just unnecessary.
Yeah, it's a bit too long. And a bit too tricky. Like, too much stuff to worry about. Like, rats not showing up, the strength, which is not very apparent. Like, it feels very, very low when it's near low, and then all of a sudden it's super powerful and you shoot the ceiling.
At least you have unlimited ammo.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, see, I just keep shooting the left one, basically. And see, there we go. That's the secret to beating that. So if anybody's gonna play GAG, you know the secret now. It's still annoying, but it's you know, it's finishable.
Yeah, and you have a lot of stuff left, so it's worth it.
Yeah, and here we are back in the.
You have a whole balloon puzzle.
Oh wow! I thought I cut all those out. Yeah, I saved quite a few times throughout this game, even though there is really no reason to. But. Here is a. You need to make the engine for the hot air balloon. It's made of calm.
Some Leonardo da Vinci.
Yeah, pretty much.
Logic.
A hose, and that's another thing. That bottle, when you find it, that always confused me. I still don't know what that's about. When you find that bottle, it's cut in two. You know what I mean?
Well, this thing probably.
But like once it's in your inventory, it's a whole bottle. Like I never got that. I don't understand what that's about. And another Russian joke that they left in is coming up.
Da Vinci, Rupert Goldberg, yeah?
Ruth,
kind of stuff.
Ruth Goldberg, you mean?
Ruth Goldberg, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know, I like it. It's just cozy.
Yeah, it's fine. And it's probably the only puzzle where you actually have to use like 5 items in the same object.
Yes.
I like that too. The signs 100 meters to the toilet, which is like, where is it? I don't think it's anywhere near.
Actually, I always thought that's another mocking of Zork Nemesis, because it had a bunch of armor standing around.
Oh, all right, okay.
And those were like stupidest term. It's a cabinet of marquees.
Yeah, he's
where he walks and
I like the empty
drinks
bottles
most
underneath. The bottles underneath everywhere. That's like my old apartment. That's what it looked like. Oh yeah, here we go. Here's the security camera. So if you try to shut it off, your eye does not match.
Again, the game makes you feel like you are the character.
Yeah, it's nice.
So it's like you're looking into the monitor. You're touching the screen. Yeah, you're acting like an idiot.
Yeah, so we have here that picture I took earlier. Again, it could be either it can be the marquee, or it can be either one of his dogs. They're both valid users. And it actually gives you a different name for each one too, I think. It actually shows you what the name is when it identifies the eye. Yeah, Boogie.
Boogie. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of those little details. I like that sort of thing. Yeah, I constantly keep looking here. It's because one action makes an item appear here, and I forget what item it was. So please, I get a bit lost here. We're almost near the end, though. It's one annoying thing because I always forget what I have to do here. Again, this game doesn't really have a lot of rooms or a lot of hotspots, which is why when you miss something, it's kind of annoying because you think you've seen everything. Because the game is not really that big. But on the flip side, it's also sort of new user friendly. I think even with all the parodies and everything, like a person who doesn't really play adventure games a lot would probably enjoy this, because there's nothing really difficult about it.
Well, yes, and it's not maze like.
No, it's not nothing like that. Of course, you're just a prophet.
That's our Gary.
This is just not my lucky day.
But the solution to this puzzle is very easy.
Big bomb for bombing something big.
I also like the gigantic tap on the left that fills the pool.
Oh yes.
It's like the large faucet.
Oops. Somebody get hurt.
Sight of an anti-aircraft gun.
Yeah, in here I forget what happens because I keep going back to his office. But one thing, of course, I forget to do is get kicked out of the room. So I'm lost. This commentary is really not turning out to be very funny, is it? People, this is a very funny game. I'm stressing how funny it is because I don't think we're making it any funnier. But trust the two Russians who are very experienced, especially you, in very unfunny Russian games. So, we know a funny Russian game when we see one. This is it.
Oh, they really put a lot of effort into writing, into animation.
Like his hockey stick. Yeah, I keep wandering back and forth because I think I think I missed something, but I didn't. But it will soon pass. I will soon remember what I need to do. It was early in the morning when I played this, or maybe late at night. I forget. I just started.
That's why they have walkthroughs when they let's play games.
Well, what fun is that? Listen, I think I know this game pretty well, so. Yeah, for some reason I go there too, but this is like I'm lost. All I need to do is to go to the Marquise's room. Come on. Why am I so stupid? Also, I love the animations here, like all the lights and stuff. It looks really, really good. I mean, it still looks good, low resolution notwithstanding.
It is nice, yeah.
Oh, gynecologist.
So he was waiting in some dark corner.
Wait, my other half is taking a bath. I'm afraid I must leave you for a moment, but I've got some business.
That looked really nasty.
Like homemade beer?
I think even what?
Oh, I'm such a dumbass. Like, I know what to do. Why am I looking through this stuff? Sorry, that added like extra 5 minutes on top of this game. Yes, yes, yes. What am I doing? Ah, here we go. Finally.
A lovely pair of panties.
And gynecologist gets busted.
I say, what's going on here?
Your conduct, sir, if you will permit me.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that this Baroness, she was also one of those unprofessional
the models?
Models. So-called models.
What's going on here? Out of here!
Or maybe a real model, why not? But her acting is...
Well, her acting is serviceable. Let's leave it at
Since you
serviceable.
don't love me, I'm leaving. I'd rather go find the book anyway.
Yeah, and this is what actually triggered the action that I was looking for all this time, so... All I had to do is just steal some panties. But I think if it's at this point in time you go home, you can hang those panties on the nail and see a different wet dream. But I wasn't about to backtrack all the way to the house. Just to
you
check
missed the best part, I think.
I did?
It was...
Was that a
I think it was a very funny wet dream.
Really? It's like a skeletal dream?
A mind you
Or no? Damn it. Well, next time.
I have mixed memories because it was long ago.
Damn it. Well, people, now you know what to do when you play this.
Oh yeah, just keep experimenting with stuff, with the environment. There are hidden and not so hidden gags everywhere.
Is there like a motorcycle outside your window? Yep, here we go. The mind vacuum.
Clean your path.
Yeah. Here we go. If only Full Throttle let you do that.
Yeah.
Somehow, like, yeah. See, like, there's almost no active spots at this point in the game.
Anti-aircraft gun.
I also like this joke a lot too. I think it's a funny joke, although, well, actually it came out a year before Wrongfully Accused, so Leslie Nielsen movie, so that's where they, like, when you shoot down the plane. I think it's pretty funny. Which, by the way, this is not a mini game. You just fire 3 times, no matter where, and I think you hit it eventually.
You just ruined everything once again.
Nah, it's a toy.
A sharp piece from a former
I think it's pretty funny. Yeah, Gary has a talent for breaking things, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I like that too. The old style rocket, a helicopter.
He should have sold.
Yeah, they actually bothered to bring a character.
Yeah, like you get to know. I guess the Marquis is probably the most developed character in the game.
Yeah, but Gary is just some unlucky.
Yeah, Gary is like supposed to be like. Yeah, he is a super agent, but he's kind of an everyman. Like, for every quality that he has, they take something away. You know.
Yeah.
You know, right? Like, they establish him as like an impotent secret agent who nobody particularly likes.
Yes, and this is just one of those brilliant puzzles.
Look at this book. I never noticed this. How to malt bathtub gin. I actually have never noticed it until now. I never bothered to look what that book was.
Yeah, but the logic behind this puzzle was to break
the glue away.
The glue from a plane model by using a plane model.
Yeah, pretty much.
Lucy.
Oh, here we have some.
Lucy, what are you doing here? I found that diabolic book. They're nothing without it. We won, sweetheart. Hey. Hey, Sugar Plums.
So you expect something bad.
Well, of course.
I found that
Why am I scrolling? The book is right there. Alright, there we go.
What a bitch.
Well, she turned out to be a monster. I also, basically everything that happens in the game from this point on is priceless. Like, every joke is one of my favorite jokes of the game.
This one is from some horror movie, right?
Oh, I don't know. That they carrying you with like a little.
Well, you carry, you see something through your small.
No, I don't really know. I kind of think of it like as a generic thing, but well. Oh yeah, here it is, the minigame.
Oh, that's.
This is a bit annoying because the cursor moves on its own, and you're supposed to spit and put it out. But what I'm gonna do is I'm actually not gonna put it out for one of my favorite gags in the game.
Yeah, that's not Monkey Island. This is more serious than that.
Well, this'll be a bloody mess for the Undertakers.
Let's try one more time.
Let's try one more time.
But this was like a punchline for when you die, but they actually have a much better punchline for when you actually win.
I see they forgot to tie me up.
This is pretty funny. So you get a spear, and there you see your old friend the alligator.
Yes, and now followed by some mocking of adventure.
I absolutely love this joke. I think this is
cliches.
it's a good genre joke.
So basically, it's your
Don't grow on
your icons.
It's all of your cursors until you only have one left,
buddy,
and that one is like, you know, like enter or, you know, move forward. Like he eats all of your cursors.
Eating me out of house and home.
This is a really original joke. Yeah, you have yeah. Yep, and there you go. And here's the minigame. Unfortunately, it kind of happened very quickly in the minigame. And the gator flight. Because it actually looks a lot better when you actually play it for a bit longer. But this is spoofing, I guess, you know, LucasArts' Rebel Assault.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And you know, you have those chickens that eat your
it's your fingers.
yeah, here you go, I stabbed one. But the
looks very nasty, actually.
but the thing is, you can protect yourself, but the point is actually to lose. And I never make it to above the clouds. It actually looks pretty good above the clouds, but I got on.
Here are your old friends, chickens.
And we're back at the castle. And this is basically the end of the game. All we have to do is destroy the evil book.
In one final puzzle.
Yeah, puzzle of sorts. Which I'm also gonna lose at first, because there's like a funny animation. Oh yeah, we'll get a few cartoons like that.
GAG is really a mix of styles.
It is. Artists did very well. 3D artists, animators, 2D artists, whoever. They all did an excellent job. People who did the sound too. This game is, I mean, you see it. Oh yeah, here we go. Like, see, this is what I'm thinking. Is this... is he inside at this point, or is this thing just sentient?
Oh, I'm pretty sure he is inside.
Alright. So why is he wearing a hat then? And slippers?
Because he's just like living in this machine.
I guess. But shouldn't the marquee be wearing a hat, not the robot?
But I think that's the whole point of the GAG.
Alright.
Just
Here's the same thing at night. It's some moon and some bats. I don't know, Quest for Glory 4 style.
atmospheric here.
Oh yeah. So the final puzzle will. Oh yeah. Will also restore. It will also fulfill Gary's dream, so to speak. And of course, you use the item that you got almost in the very beginning of the game.
Well, what is it?
This is the Iberium that you got from the. This is the Tsar thing. That's what the whole war in Tsar is about. They find for the unlimited energy source. The mineral called Iberium.
I can't believe it.
So there's quite a few tie-ins in here.
Why? I haven't had a Woody since he hit great.
A lot of men in the world feel relief.
And of course you shoot the buttons so hard that it drops the book from somewhere.
The Prince of Darkness be born.
Oh, and there we go. Here's the marquise, and you know the solution I think is rather obvious, but let's lose it.
She's going to kiss you in the eye.
Deaths like this, you never dream about. I wouldn't wish this death on a dog.
That's sad.
Yeah, but you know.
Let's try one more time.
I think it's funny.
Yeah.
The spellbook. The Prince of Darkness be born.
And we'll purify evil with fire.
Yeah, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah, oh well. That's what happened in the Evil Dead, you know. If you see an evil book, just burn it.
Yeah, but...
Here's our friend, Hobobum. He's dead.
Oh.
See, another thing another thing that attributes to my theory that the Marquis robot is sentient is what's coming up here.
He is alive and dancing, yeah. His famous dance.
The Russian dance?
Yes. Sorry.
It's hilarious.
It's sweet.
Yeah, it's nice. You know, Marquis really wasn't the bad guy after all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he was just
he was just an old drunk, you know. And here we are, all excited. I love this cartoon.
Sound effects are also perfect.
Yeah, no, sound job in this game is great. I like Lucy here too. She's funny.
Where the devil have you been?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking. And the world is safe for humanity now that I've destroyed the devil's book.
How'd you do that?
Come over tonight.
Like a fax
around
machine.
11. And I'll tell you all
He's
about
like a real secret agent. He's got his girl.
Yeah, it's a happy end.
His
almost.
child,
It's almost a happy end.
I seem to be pregnant.
How could that be? Are you sure?
And of course, we end with a very nice Pulp Fiction reference. I was laughing so much when I first saw it. I was like, oh my god, this game ends with a Pulp Fiction reference. Which is like perfect too.
It was just casually walking.
With a can of Kasarulovka. And of course,
this is how happy ending should be.
Yeah, pretty much every adventure game should just end like this. And there you go. This is the credits with like all just like 5 of the same people.
Oh yes, Alexander Kopov
Is everything and
our hero.
and the protagonist.
Yes.
So played very well. So there you go. Well, this is it. That was GAG, the Impotent Mystery. Hopefully you people had fun. We had fun, although it might not sound like it, but I really did have fun. A great game. I love it. If you can play it for yourself, you probably should. The English version is probably the rarest of them all, but I guess still not impossible to find.
Because the English version, I think it wasn't even released in English countries.
It was, but just in some like northern countries like Sweden, and it's weird.
Yeah.
They released. Because there's also a Dutch version. They released the Dutch version, and they also got the English version in the same country. Oh yeah, here we go. Models.
Oh,
Anna,
models, yeah.
another Anna, Katja,
Anna.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, they're not really actresses.
Gag Boy idea by James Unsatisfied, who you recently told me is actually Oleg Maddox. The creator of Il Sturmovik and other...
Of course, I told you that.
Yeah, well, I didn't know that until you mentioned it. It's weird to me. I didn't know that. And you can actually
one
play
of the
GAG
greatest
Boy
Russian programmers.
separately. Well, there it is. I had fun. Well, thank you very much for joining me, sir.
Oh, thank you too. Actually, I really enjoyed it because the last time I played it was, I think 3 years ago.
Yeah, it was like at my place and we didn't get far.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have the Russian keyboard layout for some reason. In the Russian version, you have to have the Russian keyboard layout to type in password, even though it still types in English. I don't understand that, but I only found out that in retrospect.
Yeah, but the game really doesn't get old or something like this.
It's a great game.
So those gags and parodies and
yes,
just
the parodies
all
are timeless.
This retro fun that is, you can just laugh at it.
Yeah, yeah, it's really funny and really cool. So there it was, an hour and 2 hours of Russian fun. Thank you for watching this far. If you did, I hope you did.
Yeah.
And you have any closing words?
Oh well, if you really enjoyed this game, please don't try to search for the second part. There is a second part.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Done by completely different people just to cash in.
People very untalented, and it was just like a soft porn.
Garbage, and it's really porny and really just it's pile of shit is what it is.
Ignore it and just forget about it.
And GAG Plus, Gary's Vacation is also not worth it. It's all it is just walk around the apartment and watch nudie videos, and that's not nowhere near as exciting as it should be. So this is it. The Russian Windows Classic. You've seen it here. Hopefully you enjoyed it. And goodbye.
Goodbye. Have a great time with GAG.